Joining us now on the kickback is Dulwich Hamlet midfielder and DJ Lucy Monkman, aka DJ Monki, who just took her set all the way to Lionesses HQ in Zurich. Hello, DJ Monki, how are you?
Morning. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. Whereabouts are you in the world right now, Lucy? Are you still out in Switzerland?
I'm actually in London, so nowhere too exotic. But I leave to go to Bali in about 48 hours.
Oh, lovely. Is that a holiday or is that DJing out there as well?
That is DJing as well. It's a busy season, and with Euros as well, it's extra busy. But I'm not complaining.
Okay, we need to talk about your football and your role in football at Dulwich Hamlet as well. But before we get to that, how, I mean, obviously you're an international renowned DJ, but how do you end up DJing with the Lionesses? I mean, that's quite cool.
Yeah, I think the first gig I ever did with them was Trafalgar Square, actually, when we won a few years ago. And I got this call about 24 hours before the final. I was lucky enough to go, and they said, look, if we win, can you be at Trafalgar Square tomorrow morning at 8 a.m? And I was like, absolutely. So I brought my USB sticks with me to the game. And then when the final whistle went, I was like, okay, this is actually happening now. I better behave myself tonight. And yeah, I was there the next morning. It was a very surreal gig. It was one of my favourite and also probably one of the most stressful gigs of my life.
I bet it was. I mean, I can still remember the scenes, like iconic footage of the Lionesses at Trafalgar Square, that winning moment, the bucket hats, the cowboy hats, and you were the DJ behind it all. There you go. Yeah,
I was tucked on the side. But one thing I remember very vividly is that Lucy Bronze wanted a tune and I didn't have it on my USB stick. So I had to turn around to the guy and ask to plug my phone in because they just wouldn't get off stage. They're having such a good time, you know, so you can't make it.
What was the song? Can you remember?
It was Atomic Kitten.
Of course it was. Absolute banger, to be fair. And what was it like out in Zurich as well? Because you've been working at the fan park with all the England fans. I mean, how was that?
Yeah, it was wicked. I went out for the game last Wednesday, and obviously it was a huge game after the France game. Everyone was super nervous, but also really up for it in the fan zone. I had this strange confidence going into that game, but then I was like, I don't know if I'm just getting overconfident. But the vibe was wicked, and obviously everyone's out there for a good time, always super friendly. So I just played in the fan park before and then walked down to the stadium with everyone, and it was wicked. Yeah, it was amazing. And obviously the game, it was a great game to be there for.
I mean, considering you DJ kind of all over the world, is there something different about women's football atmosphere?
Yeah, definitely. I'm used to obviously like clubs, festivals, Ibiza. But I would say that like football fan zones and parks, it is quite like a festival atmosphere, but it's probably just a bit more joyous, I guess. I mean, festivals are joyous, but it is very slightly different, and obviously way more families and stuff. So it's slightly different, and I have to tweak it to that. But it's really amazing, and it's amazing that I get to play music and get to go to these tournaments. And merge those two worlds. I think I've been to every major tournament since 2019, and that's pretty much because music's taken me there. So yeah, it's been
brilliant. Good for you. And you're properly in around the women's football scene as well. I mean, talk to me about your team before we talk about the Lionesses, Dulwich Hamlet. You're a midfielder there, right?
Yes. So I've played for Dulwich Hamlet since 2019, when the women's team merged with the men's, and we became Dulwich Hamlet Women. And yeah, this would be my fifth or sixth season. But yeah, it's changed a lot. And a lot of that is down to the Lionesses and how well they've done as well. You know, we never used to get paid. Now we're on contracts. We get fans there. We take 500 fans to away games down to Lewis, for example, for the FA Cup. So it's crazy. I never thought I'd be playing in front of people when I stopped playing all those years ago.
I love that. And they've got their own little DJ in the dressing room as well. Like you're fully equipped. Lucy. Oh, hello.
My cat's decided to join me. Yeah.
Hello, beautiful.
I'm actually not the dressing room DJ. It's my day off. My teammate Salon is the dressing room DJ.
So wait,
she does a great job as well.
That must be such hard work. You must be like the DJ today. Can somebody just let me do my job? Let me back on the decks.
I reckon dressing room DJ is a pretty hard job because you've got so many different people catering for so many different sounds, you know. When I go to play my gigs, I know what they want, so it's a lot easier. But I mean, I'm like, today, Salon, you take over, it's fun. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing, the difference between like DJing in Ibiza when it's quite like house electro or, you know, that kind of vibe, like rave type vibe, to like doing a fan park.
Yeah.
But then that's the thing, you just whack on Sweet Caroline and the crowd goes wild.
Exactly. If all else fails, you just whack on Sweet Caroline, basically.
Very good tip for any DJ watching this. Talk to us as well about the Lionesses then. I mean, what have you made of their performances? Who's been standout for you?
Yeah, I think I watched the France game here in London at a few fan zones, and it obviously was disappointing, but I think the thing that stood out to me was the post-match interviews. So the next day I watched back the interviews, and I just noticed that all the players just seemed really, really mad. And that kind of gave me confidence going into the game against the Netherlands. I was like, you know what? I just really think they're going to turn it up for this game. And yeah, that's exactly what they did. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a close game or it was going to be a bit of a battering. I feel like it was going to be one or the other. And luckily for our entertainment, it was the latter. But I think they've stabilised a little bit, and obviously going into the Sweden game is really hard. It's a hard team, and yeah, they sort of blew Germany away the other day. But also, I felt like Germany kind of capitulated after the red card. So I think it'll be a good game. But again, I feel pretty confident going into it.
I mean, I feel confident for the Lionesses. I think, with no disrespect to Sweden, I don't know why maybe they've been underestimated going into this tournament. I mean, up there for the favourites, it's Spain, England, Germany, France. But looking what they did to Germany shows they can be such a threatening side.
Yeah, totally. And I was surprised by the Germany score, obviously, but once a red card gets shown, the game's completely different.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like who stood out for me, I think Alessia's been amazing. I know that she only got a goal last night, but that game against the Netherlands, you know, she
hat-trick of assists, yeah.
So, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so a little bit.
I see. So wait a minute, have you DJed yet for Arsenal?
I haven't. I've worked with them quite a few times on like campaigns and stuff, but no. So yeah, if you're watching, I'm up for it.
Guys, if you do work at Arsenal and you're with us, and I know a lot of them do watch, by the way, like Yannick at Operations. Yannick, if you're watching and you need a DJ on match day, hit up her, Lucy, okay?
Yeah, I'll stick my hand up.
Lucy's your gal. By the way, which reminds me, Rusha and I, Rusha is normally here with me, we have a live show on the 26th of September and we're looking for a DJ, so...
Oh, there you go.
Now I've asked you live on air, Lucy.
Yeah, from about.
She's like, oh, you're breaking up. I mean, what about the chances then of them going on to retain the European Championships? Are you confident about that, Lucy?
Yeah, I think why not? You know, obviously in knockouts anything can happen, but I think the last major tournament, the World Cup in Australia, the final was a real disappointment, I think. And I remember being there and just being like, wow, felt like we just kind of got blown away there. But I think, you know, you want to retain that trophy, right? And I don't see why not. I feel like Spain's on the other side. So we'll see how it goes. But I feel like a Spain-England final will be a bit of redemption on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much kind of history, like new history between the pair now as well. But I think the Lionesses, like you say, from the World Cup final, so destroyed by that, so hurt, and so you're just, in the end, defeated by the Spanish. And then you look at, like, the kind of recent games that we've seen here in this country as well. Like, Lionesses did have an edge over them that night when they beat them in March. Yeah. Did you go to that game? I wasn't there, no. Yeah, I went to that game, and I to be honest, I went into that game a little bit nervous. Obviously, it was only friendly, so it didn't mean too much, but I was kind of like, oh, I'm not sure how bad this is going to go off. I think I was a bit scarred from Australia, but yeah, it was a good showing. Brilliant. Well, listen, fingers crossed for you. Where can we see you next DJing? Do I need to book a flight to Ibiza? Have you got something close by? Yeah, Bali next week, or this week, sorry. And if you're not there, then Ibiza. Stick us on the guest list for Bali, just the kickback will do. Anytime. Lucy Monkman, DJ Monki, thank you so much for coming on the show with us today. Thanks for having me. Before you go, what's your cat's name? Oh, it's Mikel. Oh my God, not after Arteta. Yeah, well, it was Michelle, and then we realised he was a boy because he's a stray. And we were like, oh, cute. Looks just like my cat, by the way. At one point there, I was like, is my cat broken at her gaff? Because he does things like that. To Mikel and DJ Monki, thank you so much for coming on the Kickback. We'll see you again very soon.